Welcome back to some more Timberborn there, guys. Right, okay, so the beavers have been busy little dudes. We've got all of this made now. I've got that floor in, it took forever. I had a bit of an issue with it dropping planks and that all over the place and bits of metal I wanted to pick up. Added a bit more storage of the planks, turned things off, turned them back on again now that I need them again. It was a bit of a pain, should we say. And we're now seemingly short of beavers again, which is a little bit annoying. I've also been blowing up this mountain just because the beavers were doing it. I didn't even notice, they just came out of nowhere and started doing it themselves. It was fantastic. I'm going to put in some more pods down there for the moment then. We do need a couple more, I think, because we are currently on -1 unemployment. Maybe if I put in... let's put in 3, and we'll high prioritise them. Yeah, so I'm blowing up this mountain. That's eventually where the ziggurat's going to be. Thought I'd mark it out a little bit. They've really been motoring them on these other tasks. It's pretty amazing. They've been doing the future sort of drought prevention area stuff as well, which has been fantastic. Yeah, I kind of didn't expect them to be doing that yet, so this is all really, really good. Let's flatten off this mountain a little bit more kind of thing. We've got the stuff in place. 2 beavers injured. We're back to level on jobs, but we've got a lot of space available for more beavers at the moment as well, to be fair. Now, I want to be careful and not get rid of that bit because we've got stuff reliant on it. We're back to -1 now because of another injury. -2. But one of the breeding pods is in, hence why it says breeding halted ×2. So 2 of them are in. Cool, right, so we're back over onto here. I've put in the first layer of levees to go through on the magic, we'll call it. The exterior as well has also been plotted out. We've been working on the tunnel as well, that's going to be taking the power around the map. We'll go down and have a look at that in a second when I've got all this planned out. It's a bit annoying because everything's really, really tall now. I could go down on layers, but it's a bit sketchy sometimes. Fine, I'll click down. I know you're judging me out there silently. Right, okay, so we're down on the layers. Sometimes if I click one too far I can't see what I'm doing kind of thing. I like to have some of the context about. Cool, right. So that's... oh wait, no, we've still got one level to go here. Then what we want to do is we want to remember which way round we put these. So these sides meet in the middle, I believe. We've got the water pouring down there as well. So we want to get the power wheels, the large power wheel, not that one. Large water wheel, not the large power wheel. Keep on getting them confused because I'm an idiot. And I can't seem to place it. Have I done something wrong? Is it because they're not in place yet? Well, that's not good. That's really not good. I'll have to work on these one at a time then. So actually, if we go... assign priority. Can they reach these? They should be able to reach them if I jut the things out. Why can they not reach? Like, why can it not work? Maybe it's because we're on the wrong level, to be fair. Maybe I needed to go up. Yeah, that was it. Okay. See, I said that was going to be the problem. And then it's gone down to the bottom of the world. Right, okay, maybe we can get them in there now. So, we've got the spill off there. Hopefully that's enough of a spill off. I think going down over each edge has a bit of a problem. If we do have problems, we're going to connect this one into the nearby bad water source first. Right. We don't want to pipe the other one across yet. Because if we do that, and yet we're already at capacity on this one, that's going to be an issue. Instead, what we do is, if we do have capacity issues, rather than tearing the entire thing apart, which I don't really want to do, I would just create another power plant. And I would test that probably out with the small water wheels. Now, will that be a massive pain to build another one? Yes, it would. Would I be a little bit cheesed at this? Yes, I would. But we do what we can. Of course, I need to put platforms in as well, don't I? I don't know why I put that in like that. I shouldn't have done. I'm actually going to take all them out again. They've not been built yet because they're too far away. So, it matters not. We're not losing any materials. It is so hot in this room still. Let's mess with the fan a bit. Right. There. There we go. Now, I don't know if they can reach those other ones or not yet. But that's my plan going forward with the scaffolding method here. So I could, in theory, put them all connected like that kind of thing, but I like having them anchored like this. That's how I've been building it up so far, I suppose. Well, I can't really remember what I did underneath. Yeah, I do want to contain all the bad water to some extent. I think I've caused a problem here. Oh wait, no, I did do a row where they touch into each other, didn't I? Yeah, I may have caused a problem here. You know what? I'm gonna... Okay, so what's going to come down on this one here? So we'll start from there. No, probably put that in the wrong place. I'm going to do it like this here. Because of course the basement level as well, I kind of did a little bit wrong to start off with. Okay. Because, well, we didn't need to build the end wall. There we go. That works out. You get to see how horrific I am at planning. Right, okay, let's put some platforms in then. We need doubles, not singles. What am I doing? Then we want them down the other end as well, even though they don't really matter down the other end. It's nice to have that sort of redundant systems thing. Okay, then we can get the power shafts. Yay. There we go, nicely lit up like that. Come down here. I keep on forgetting that only goes to 25, doesn't it? Damn, one try. Right. So we'll build that up. You'll see in a minute though when I'm not there. Or there actually for that matter. Right, okay. So then basically that level is plotted. Now, we've got that one plotted there. So what we want to do is we want to go back to these. We want to put in triples up until a gap of one before these. Then we're going to go to the doubles as that drought ends. Of course, we don't really care all that much about droughts anymore. They've kind of become, because we can't put them over that, you see. The droughts have kind of become a little bit inconsequential to us. For the most part. You know, I mean, the top end ones are still a slight issue kind of thing. Hopefully we'll be able to get this done in the not too distant future. Right, so now we want to start putting some doubles in next to these. That's triples. God, I'm stupid. I suppose I could have done them in the other direction, but no, I'm not doing that. I'm not changing my plan. So where we've got all these kind of awkward bits with the two support anchor bits on these, which is kind of a pain and why I've never really worked with these water wheels before. I think I used one on my previous map. Literally just one. But I used hundreds of the smaller ones. Why is there nothing there? That needs to be there, that's why. And then we can start filling in the other gaps with these. Flooded building, amazing, yep, that's the rebound. I think, maybe do I need to widen that little channel or something like that? Or put a dam into it? I don't know which one would work best. It's kind of a bit of an annoying situation, if we're being honest. Speaking of annoying, hi, I'm me. Right. Just gonna put these in first. Before I go and put all the triples in. It's a little bit hard to see in like blueprinty mode kind of thing. You know, maybe it would be better if I let it all build up first, but I kind of want to be able to do this and then wander off for 20 minutes. I've done this and hopefully come back and see it's done. It'll take more than 20 minutes, of course it will, but no, only one of them went in there. Being finicky again. Right. And along this one, we can literally just go whee. Yeah, so I can put a big spine of them along there, kind of thing. Just great. I love that. And then we need to put if you go all the way down the end, I made that mistake earlier. If you'd noticed, I've got it out to the archways again. If you did spot that last time around as well, really well done. By the way as well, before I forget, so I uploaded a bunch earlier and gave them the names and things like that. If anybody got the reference I made, I think it was in episode 20's title, Pine Trees and Power Lines. If anybody gets the reference, you are now my friend. I don't expect you will have done, because it's kind of obscure these days. It's from 20 years ago, that one. But if you did get the reference, comment it below, and we can be friends. Right, okay. So all of them are in now, which is cool. So then what we want to do is grab these. Probably should have dragged, whatever. I think it's... We'll go... I think we want to do 4, but... In total, yeah, we'll set it up. Nothing's going to be built for a while. And I'm adding 3 in, saying I want 4, because we've already got 1 in, partly, at each end, kind of thing. It's great. Yeah, this has worked perfectly. Cool, right. Now what we want is these ones. There we go. So that'll be level 3 enclosed. So, level 4. I can't remember which way we want it to drop down. I think we want it dropping down this end. So we don't want to put impermeable floors there. Everywhere else, though, we do. So we can start from there. We don't want it there. We also want to put in... I don't know why I came off that one when I was wanting levees. We also want to put in the levees, because of course we do. I've also actually got 2 levels as well, of course. But for now, we'll leave it that. Put these in big, clicky, draggy squares. I do need to add more food storage, actually, thinking about it. I kind of forgot I promised I was going to do that. Of course, this stuff is way easier to see when it is actually in, because it is a completely different colour. And also, I think if I click up... Ah, there we go. A lot easier to see if I click up 1 level. So this will be the penultimate floor here. For the power plant. And then we can start building that. Oh, they've actually started putting them in, which is really nice to see. That is nice to see. Interesting they've not put the ones in the back yet, but whatever. Levy time. I don't know why that one didn't go in. But yeah, the levies are all going in pretty quick. And we'll put the power by clicking up a level. Putting them in as well, which is just great. There we go. Right, so now what do we want to see? Right, okay, so that's pretty cool. So we're actually getting these in pretty quickly. Up top here is just going to be a roof. We are going to close it off with a roof. I don't know what I'm going to put on the roof yet. Well, I really don't. Might put a station and put some of the shaming wheel kind of things, as RCE calls them. The large power wheels that I keep on confusing, the non-water wheel ones. Might put a few of them up. Might hang a couple of gravity batteries off the side. We shouldn't ever need the gravity batteries, to be fair. But I say shouldn't. We might. I don't think we will, but we might. Have I done something wrong here? Oh no, we're all the way down to the bedrock again. Have I done something wrong? Because we're going to need that blocked off again there, but it was blocked off the floor below. One below that. The one below that. Okay, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it seems like we follow the same... Yeah, it's the same pattern, isn't it? What am I talking about? I'm just dumb. Right, I'm just really stupid sometimes. But I want to start putting these levies in for an express purpose. Because then we can start building the overhangs kind of thing above them. We can start building across from there, hopefully. If we can get all these overhangs in. Spectacular. Why did that one not go in? Did I put power shafts on this one below? No, I did not. And for good reason. Okay. It will stay a certain height, I suppose. We'll even start planning out the water wheels kind of thing on this. As you can see, we have made some progress up here. I don't know what else they're doing. Must be the tunnels, I suppose. But I've not extended the path for a while. Probably go and do that while I'm doing this. Let's extend you the path. This time I did intentionally click through bedrock. Yeah, we need the path in. Yeah, so we can get around here. They've probably been putting explosives up top. Yeah, can they not reach that one? They cannot reach that one. Phenomenal. Let's delete that then, and delete that then. And let's put in a bridgey. Path there. Yeah, they've kind of been doing this, which I didn't expect them to be doing anytime soon. So it's kind of nice that they've been doing that. That's cool. I think these all want triples in as well, because that will take it down to the level we need. Sadly, we are getting the occasional little bit of lag every now and then, which is a bit annoying. It's to be expected though, the game's in the access, there's a lot going on in this as well. Did I detonate that all the way down? No, I didn't. There's one hiding down there. Boom. Right, so we need to get the rest of this covered up with it. That's triples there. That's also triples. Okay, I'm going to do... this wave in singles. I'm actually going to preserve those like natural steps, because that's just alright by me, I think. Yeah, let's just do that for the moment. We might leave it with a dodgy edge up here, because we're going to be putting a train station up there eventually. Let's head back though to our power plant, carry on with the building progress up here before I forget about it, because my attention wanders, well, like a missing toddler. Let's just describe it like that. Why did I not put that one in there? Seriously, I don't know how people allow me to act like an adult, because I do just wander off. At least my brain does. I am a danger to myself and others. Now, in terms of this series, I'm thinking we've got a bit of time messing around trying to get the piping in kind of situation. Right. So when we've built this, which is probably largely going to be done off camera, because you've seen what it's like. You've seen it just takes a long time kind of thing. It's nothing particularly exciting. I'm showing you how it's going to be done right now. You know, I mean, I don't see there being much point in just permanently displaying this. But when this is done, we'll have the pipe to do, and we'll be monitoring that and how well that works. And if we get any floods, if we do, I'm going to have to do something a little bit different. Because I don't really know what I'm going to do. We might have to delete a power wheel at the end of each run, and then remove some of the impermeable floors, and just lose the materials. Which, yeah, it pisses off the perfectionist in me. Really, really does, but I can just about tolerate it. It's not one of those situations where you go, oh, it's all great, because it is annoying in that situation, and it's entirely my fault. So, it was not my fault though, that not appearing. But yeah, hopefully those corners as well don't flood. Because if they do, we've got even more problems. Might have to basically remove like half the power wheels, which is not good at all. But we got that sort of set up at the moment. So then what we can do is start plotting the water wheels again. Large water wheel, and what we want is that to spin around. I've already forgotten how we did it on the floor below. That was like 3 minutes ago. Literally, that was like 3 minutes ago. What the hell is wrong with me? Three blocks and yeah, it just goes straight. Okay, that's what we did. Cool. So we had these like that. See, I didn't realise that these didn't go sideways out of these bits here, the bits that stick out. They literally just go straight on, which is actually a big negative for them. Everything else about them is great, you know. But those little nub bits coming off, I don't... Somehow that landed in an acceptable position when it lagged out for a second there. I think it was here that we wanted them. Yeah, this is just a bit tedious in a way. I mean, I love the game to bits, right? And I love you, my audience, to bits as well, of course. Naturally. Could never hate you guys. But, I'm not trying to say you guys are tedious. Just saying that placing all these wheels is a bit tedious. I mean, to be fair, worst comes to the worst, we can just close off the other bad water supply. We don't need it. Like, we don't need it at all. Because this should cover everything. So then, when we've got this one done, there'll be one more floor to do, but it still requires the planning stage. So, now what we want is, we want the double platforms. Well, possibly could have put them in the other way around this time around, but fight me. Oh hey, the end cap levies are all in. On that end at least. Other end, not yet, but we're getting there. We are getting there. Yeah, this is really quite a big project though. This has been going on for how many episodes now? It has been going on though for certainly a very, very, very long time. We need that one there as well. Right. I suppose I could drag them out like that. Yeah, that kind of works. Because it is only filling in the gaps. Just makes it harder for me to keep track of the gaps. That's the only problem. Because we don't want to be putting the 3 on top of the 2s. I think that's all of them in, isn't it? Right, now we want to go for... do the 2s first, over here. As I click to move, it deselects what I'm doing. That's just fine. Oh, we missed one. We missed one! Missing one though isn't terrible. And it would be if we didn't figure it out, but... as I said, this is a bit tedious, isn't it? Right. Oh, there's another one missed. I really thought we got all of them. We're packing these in quite nicely though. Quite efficiently. Right, now we're going to go up here. And then we're going to go like that. We can only put them in a line, can't we? There we go. And any that get missed means we've messed something up on the floor below, or the sector below. No, I never actually paid attention to the bit where it says Shift R. I probably should have done, shouldn't I? Yeah, so this is all in up here. We're going to have to put some railway line bits coming out up here, up top, but that's why it's not doing all of the bits. But right, so actually what I want to do first off here is the levies, because otherwise I'll extend too far. Now we want it dripping down in that corner because we're going to have the intake up in this top corner. Okay, I kind of missed something there. Let's go back up. Yeah, it's amazing how bad I can be at just clicking and dragging. It's quite an achievement to suck at that, if I'm being honest. There we go! They are all planned in. So now what we can do is finish off the levees here. We will need to cut away some of the levees here, but we'll cut them away later, kind of thing. When we've decided how the pipe is actually going to properly work. Do these have the power lines? Yeah, they do. Right. So, power shafts. We put the power shaft in the perimeter first. Boom. It's plotted down there as well. Right, okay. We want it coming down here. This is the last real floor we need to do. So when I've got this in fact, before I carry on with that, I'm going to check the path situation over here. Yeah, we've gone quite a long way there. I'm also going to just put one there. Hopefully then we won't get anybody stuck. I'm also going to put a power shaft there. Just so that when we scroll around we can look at it. Oh, we're getting a bit full on beavers again. So, those ones I put on... Yeah, we've got a bunch of unemployed beavers, but we will have them employed kind of thing fairly soon. At the moment I don't mind having a few unemployed beavers out around doing nothing. It's like my reserve kind of thing. Because we get a lot of beavers injured, so I always like to have a little reserve pool of them. But also because we'll be toggling these jobs on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off kind of thing. As and when we need them. We've not really needed the dirt much for a while. Oh, okay. Boom. Cool. We'll delete those stairs now. And are they triples? Yeah, they're triples. Triple. I'm actually going to high prioritise that because it's annoying me that it's different. Probably an awkward thing to say that, isn't it? Game. Cool, right. Look at the whole journey he has to take. If only I put in some stairs around the other side, but I'm not that helpful. Or nice. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do this other bit. I probably will have to use stairs to do it. Wow, that's loud. And that caused a bit of stuttering as well. I should have planned this a little bit better. Why is there a gap there? Okay, that's kind of annoying. Did I really miss something there? I'm going to put... double, single, single. Yeet that. Full length bridge. I'm about to do that in a couple of places. Fine. Alternatively, we can reach most of that down there, but I think that's... Is that the correct height now? Not quite sure. What I do know though is this all needs like a double on it there. Or is that a triple? Yeah, that's a triple there on that entire level. So we don't want to go lower than we need to. That would be awful. That would be an absolute bloody disaster. Because then some of the water will just literally never be accessible. So actually I'm going to take that one out there. And I'm going to put the stairs in there. Do that. That. Kind of inadvertently made the loss meme in the minimalist variant. If anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, ANVU, I hate the fact that I know what that is. I actually used to read those comics as well. It's the worst. I actually used to read them. I used to kind of like them. Apparently they reinvented the whole thing as like a superhero thing. Which I just don't understand how that would work. It was two guys who worked in computing. At the core of the thing. I suppose that when you're 12, your taste's different from when you're in your mid-30s. Which also makes me terrified that comic book series, like online comic kind of thing, started in like 2001? If you don't know what I'm talking about, then do yourself a favour and don't look it up. It was a webcomic from back when I was a kid. It wasn't that great back then. I kinda liked it. But it certainly has not aged well, and middle of its run it was something very dumb happened with it that I don't think anybody liked. Let's just put it that way. Like, it was the ultimate way of ruining your project kind of thing. Yes, this is the last set of these that really need to go in up here. Because we won't be putting more on the roof. I don't know what we're going to do with the roof. Probably a lot of just design flair. Might put some of the shamey wheel things on it. There we go, right. Now the wheels. Not large power wheels, the large water wheels. I should be able to start putting these in soon, I believe. But we're almost at a point where we've got the whole thing, the body of it designed. It's just going to be that corner there that needs redoing to let the bad water in. So we need to start looking at the piping a bit. Not going to sweat that just yet. Although it is something we do have to be aware of. I decided to do it all as well above ground, so I could pressurise it going down over. I ain't going to do that. So I don't go down over and then come back up over kind of thing. Nah. Especially if we do bring the other one across as well, I kind of feel like it would be best served up above. But it does mean, though, a lot of building is going to be required. We've got nearly 10,000 logs, though, which is grand, because it's going to require a lot of levies again. And each levy is 12 logs. Let's actually peel away a little bit on that. Now, I haven't counted the number of these in, kind of thing, and I don't know how many CMS of bad water we're actually going to get coming through it. If it will be particularly variable as well, because of the pressure system kind of thing, and all that. I actually don't know. But what I do know is I'm very interested to see how this works. Ultimately, and by how I don't mean like mechanically, I mean more like how well it works. Would it help if I put these in first, wouldn't it? And you know what, I'm going to do this top layer the other way around, just to be different, just to be annoying. So I could perhaps as well actually do this with the 5p pieces, but I didn't think of that. So, shut up. Just going to do it with the overhangs. The 5p pieces will probably be used in numerous places when we build the ziggurat, because they'll really be handy for getting some of the artificial terrain onto, for building campfires and stuff like that, and the motivatorium. I haven't checked the size of the motivatorium, can I say. If that is a 5x5, that would be perfect. It'd help if I put that in the right place, wouldn't it? Haha. I suck. Right, okay. I probably could have done that more efficiently. I'm just going to do bloody lag again. Right. I think it works quite well if we're doing it off this layer to do the clicky draggy, because then we're not getting any false starts. Don't want to do it on the ends though, like that. That would be stupid. Right. So we don't need the extras on the ends. I mean, if we do put them there, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it is redundant. Maybe should have put those caps on first. I accidentally clicked off it. Right, okay, so then what I'm going to do is go. I keep on forgetting that Shift R is a thing. And again. Have I put in the right height on all these? No, I haven't, have I? That's only a double. I put doubles in instead of triples. Oh, Neptune. Right, pause. Yeah, they've been putting doubles in there, so they've already built those. And I did put a whole run of them in there. Damn. There's quite a few planks that I just kind of wasted. So we don't get them all back. I really thought I had clicked on. Oh well, I'll do the caps first. And then I'll put them in place. No, don't do the wheels. What did I say about the wheels game? I'm not trying to highlight them. They can all go. It's also the drought music as well, even when paused. Damn it! I like the wet season music. I don't really like the dry season music. It's all kind of spooky and ominous at the moment, if you can't hear it. No! Thinking about the game soundtracks, out of the ones I've done on the channel, definitely my favourite one has been Gree. Like, I think that is something so special. That soundtrack. Because I do like the music in this, ain't gonna lie, I really do like it. For back in the ancient times, I don't know if they're still available on the channel. I don't think they are, because I'm pretty sure I remember to delete them because they were terrible. The old Fallout 4 videos, I like the Fallout 4 soundtrack. They were truly terrible videos before I actually... Well, they were recorded off my Xbox through Twitch streaming, of all things. Fallout 4 though is a game which I haven't done it in a little while, and I used to do it basically yearly, so I could be tempted in doing it again. You know, they are playthroughs I greatly enjoy. Actually, a friend of mine and I were chatting earlier about how much we would love to see a new Fallout with upgraded mechanics and that, but with all the stuff going on at Microsoft and Xbox at the moment, I don't know if that's going to really happen. Not going to break my heart if it doesn't happen, because for all the rough edges on it, Fallout 4 is one of my favourite games of all time, I'd say. I wouldn't rank it among my best. I would rank it highly, very, very highly. I wouldn't say, though, it was necessarily one of the best ever kind of thing, but it is one of my favourites. I think Conversations are the best. I've got Expedition 33. It's really, really high up there. Cyberpunk 2077. Witcher Wild Hunt, which is the same company. Yeah, Gree is right up there as well. I'd say Red Dead Redemption 2, probably one of the greatest games of all time, if not the greatest. Why am I not putting in the... I should really have put in the power first, shouldn't I? But I can go down a couple of levels on the Fury thing, so it's all good, all good, all good. Yeah, I'd say GTA 5 is another one that's right up there kind of thing, in both greatness and favourites lists kind of things, but it's been milked with the online, and actually that really tarnishes it. So I'd say it probably would move it out of my top 10 now, kind of thing, because of that. And because of the continual like rebrandings of it. Same with Skyrim in a way, kind of thing, which disappointed me. Like, it's out on everything. Like, I genuinely think it is possible to play it on a fridge. And it's a game that I was so excited for before it came out. It basically did live up to expectations. Like, I really, really enjoyed it. And even 10 years after it came out, kind of thing, there were still bits in it that I didn't know about. You know, and that's a really great thing to have about a game like that. But they've just milked it for all it's worth. And then, of course, I believe at time of recording, it's recently been announced something about the OG creator of Elder Scrolls games being diagnosed with cancer and retiring, which very, very sad story. So it's kind of throwing a lot of things to do with Microsoft produced games into a real tailspin. I mean, probably my favourite series of games these days, because of just how it's kind of helped me survive mentally through some things, is Forza. You know, I love racing games, kind of thing. I've always found them very rewarding, relaxing kind of thing. I always used to do them with my dad as well. He's really into the Forza games, you know, whenever he comes round, kind of thing, for a visit, end up doing something on them, you know, let him pick out a new car for me to test out on the game, whatever kind of thing. I mean, it's great, you know, it's something that we've always done for a long time, and then they've basically announced that they're basically firing all the Forza staff, which is just not okay with that. Like, I understand that costs have to be cut in places and stuff, I really do, but it's not something I wanted to ever see. Yes, this is a colossal waste of materials. I don't really care that much. I just want to get this built. If we do it this way, I think we can build everything. I think. Otherwise I'm going to have to get creative. However, since I've basically shown you everything that's coming up, that'll be it for this episode. Stops me from rambling about video games, top 10s and soundtracks. But yeah, video game soundtracks. Agree. Outstanding. Polybridge as well, Adrian Talons, incredibly talented guitarist. Look him up on YouTube as well, fantastic musician. But I'll let you go for now. Take care. Goodbye for now.